because I put this on unlisted on purpose because I want to be able to express myself without getting distracted. No offense to Derek. Cuz he's always on, and no offense, I just feel like I can concentrate more when I'm alone. So I'm sorry. Hold up. Okay. So I was actually about to watch a video called The Female Narcissist, and as soon as I clicked on it, I realized, holy fucking shit, I haven't made my video on narcissism, on what I think about it. And I want to talk about it. You know, to me, let's take this home. Like, honestly, to me, honestly, all a narcissist is insecure. This is not who they are, right? But it's who they're being. It's insecure, controlling, or yeah, because there's overt controlling, like you're straight out telling that person what to do, and then there's manipulation. But here's where it gets tricky, because everybody does that stuff. So is everybody a narcissist? And if everybody's a narcissist, then does that mean that, well, who are the codependents then? So you see what I mean? There's no such thing as the narcissist. I think that, and just the word, man, just the word sounds offensive, right? It just sounds heavy. Like, why would you name someone something like that? Like, I just don't get that. I don't get that. I used that label back then when I was trying to get advice on relationships, but I just used it as reference, like I was in the beginner stages of relationships and things like that. So it was just like, you know what I mean? And anyways, my point is, to me, all a narcissist is someone with a closed heart. There, I said it. Narcissism is just fear, is what that is. It's just fear. Fear of opening up, fear of being vulnerable, fear of being seen for who you are because you feel like something fundamental about you is wrong. And I know what that feels like. It feels heavy, because then you gotta like have this double life, and like people can only know a certain part, and like, because if the other person found out this and this part of me, it's like, this is all, that's how you develop anxiety. That's how you're having an internal war with yourself. And I feel like that's what narcissism is. And I feel like also they are actually very sensitive. You think they're evil, whoever you are, because I keep attracting like triggering things like that. Like when people say mean things about them, like I just get triggered. Isn't that weird? Like even like when I hear someone else say something about someone else, like I get triggered. Like I don't know how to explain that. I just get triggered. Because it doesn't feel good to call someone evil. It doesn't feel good to judge. Like when I catch myself judging, like I immediately, like, I'm like, whoa, what was that? What's that about, girl? Talk to me about that, you know? And hey, we in a process. So that was my take on narcissism. That's pretty short, right? But it's because it's simple. It's super simple. And they make it mean all these complicated things. I don't know, because I've seen like a pretty sinister side of my mom, and then later on I've seen myself in others playing that same energy out. It's so weird. Like, I swear, sometimes you think you're aware of yourself, but you're really not. Like, you can catch things about other people, but you can't catch them within yourself. That's why it's like really tricky. And it's also very tricky to develop self-awareness because of the shame, you know? And that internal like, bad, I'm bad, and like, this is bad, and I'm a bad person. I knew better and I didn't do, like, treat yourself how you would treat a friend. Treat yourself how you would treat a friend. Treat yourself how you would treat a friend. That's the biggest advice, the best advice I could ever give anyone, is treat yourself how you would treat a friend, or how you would want your daughter to treat herself. Because I don't know, we gotta add that to our lives. But yeah, and yeah, because they make it seem so fucking crazy. Like, the narcissist plans this, and you're the narcissistic supply, and like all these crazy ideas. Like, they know what they're doing, and la la la. And you know what? I get it though. It's the step up. It's a step up, because I remember when I discovered about the term narcissism, that my mom, that's when I mostly became aware. Because whatever you're tuned to, you're gonna see a lot of that. So if you're focused on lack, you're gonna see lack. If you tune in, because it is like a station. So like, you can tune out and not even realize that you tuned out. It's like you tune in, you know? And since I was always super attuned to everyone around me except myself, it was just kind of like I was all over the place, and I was an emotional disaster. I was an emotional disaster. And why am I sharing this with you? Because I fucking like it. I like to share my story. Why not? Why not share my perspective? That's what the fuck I'm here for, right? I'm not here to sit down and look pretty. I'm here to tell you what it is and how I'm feeling and how things have been playing out. You know, what I've learned and things like that, because it's important to me. But anyways, yeah, that's the time when I had recently gotten out of my last rehab. I was listening to like the things that she would say and the way that she would behave, and she kind of showed those behaviors of like manipulation and like trying to like get her way. It was just weird. Like, it was just weird, and I totally understand why, because that was like the beginning phases of when I started my rebellion. But my real one though, my OG rebellion, because I had already rebelled before, but it was like more secretive. And I did a really good job at keeping secrets. I have been carrying a lot of secrets for a long time. And it's like, yeah. Whole point is, I feel like that stage is super important, because it's when you learn boundaries for the first time. In my life, I started to learn boundaries. That's where I even began to touch on boundaries, such as me, I needed a lot of rest. She didn't believe me. She thought I was just, I don't know, being lazy. I don't know. I was exhausted, and I had to set that boundary. And sorry, I'm like squinting. It's because the mascara, like, it's sticky. So when that happened, I began to tell her, you know what, I want to rest. I want to rest. And she's like, no, you don't get to rest. Like, you gotta do something. Get up and do something. And I was like, dude, I don't even know what to tell you because I'm literally exhausted. And that's when I began to realize, one day I was so exhausted because I had gone on a diet, because I thought, I could have sworn it's all the junk food I was eating in that place, so probably that made my body kind of slow down, you know? And so I went on a diet to detox and help, you know, my organs and all that. And when that happened, sorry, it's just hard for me to tell my story because I get so triggered. Not because of the story itself, but because I have trauma around feeling any type of grief. Like, I have the shame tied into the grief, so it's kind of hard to share a story where there was grief involved and victimization, because it's like there's so much guilt and shame around feeling victimized and you know, things like that. I'm not saying I feel victimized now. I feel I'm in a better state than I was before, but it's just like, when I share the story, just sharing the story triggers me. So I'm going to try my best to do it. But what was I saying though? I was saying that well, anyways, I just started learning boundaries. I started realizing that I have the right to freedom, because I didn't know that. You don't know that, right? Because you get used to someone. If you don't have anybody and then you finally have someone pay attention to you in your life and you get close to them, you just kind of like grasp onto things. And that's what I would do. I would grasp onto things sometimes. But hold on. My bad. But anyways, I was gonna tell you something, but I forgot what I was gonna tell you. My skin. What was I gonna tell you? Oh, that's why. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. Oh. Oh. Yeah, like right now, I don't mean to be weird. I know that was weird, but it's just like I'm like being real. Right now, I know for a fact I'm working on my sacral chakra. You know why? Because I'm dealing with a lot of guilt and a lot of things that are coming up. And then also every time, and the sacral chakra deals with creativity and things like that, and feeling and pleasure and things like that. So it's like I can feel the guilt that I feel whenever I do something that's pleasurable. Like if I'm doing, there's fear, like, oh, I don't know if I should do that because, you know, or I don't know if I should do that because, oh, I don't know if I should do this, or blah, blah, blah. Because then they're gonna get mad, or they're gonna judge me, or la la la. That critic, that inner critic. So I need to go home. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm in the car. Hey. Hey. Let me put a little song. Why not? I forgot the auxiliary chord. Fuck, we should go on public. We should go on public. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. After this, I'm gonna go home. So hot and her. So hot and oh. What if I had my face like that? It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. I am getting so hot, I wanna take my clothes off. It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. I am getting so hot, I wanna take my clothes off. Yes, bitch. I look so swollen. It's okay, it's okay. Oops, I think my butt getting big. Tomorrow I'm gonna do a post. Tomorrow I'm gonna do a video on how we can help the narcissists out there heal. Because that's I feel called to do that. Yeah, we can go ahead and do that tomorrow. Oh shit. Oh, and also, I know that my sacral chakra had to do with como yo me arreglaba. Like, I know it has to do with how I get ready and things like that, because I stopped getting ready because I would feel uncomfortable when I would get compliments or when I would get looked at. I'd feel really like ashamed and uncomfortable. So that's why I stopped getting ready. Also because I stopped wearing a bra like in 2000, what are we, 2019, 18, 17, like 2017, around there. I stopped wearing a bra, so it was kind of like I just wanted to wear t-shirts, you know? I didn't want to deal with life. And I'm realizing that, like, hey, it's okay to look cute. It's okay to get compliments. You're not a fucking whore because you like to get cute. Do your thing, girl. Do your thing. Do your thing. Because if you don't do your thing the way you want to do it, you're going to do it the way you don't want to do it. Because that's what who says that? Carl Jung Jr., I think. Carl Jung, something like that. He said that whatever you hide, yeah, whatever you hide in your no, what does he say? Whatever you, let me look for it. I know I can find it here. It's Carl Jung. So yeah, I'm like exploring the sacral chakra right now. As in, like, I can feel the energy of it. Like, I can tune into it. This is where the sacral chakra is, by the way. It's like below the belly. In case you want to feel yours. Oh shit, who's that? Who the hell are you? Who the hell are you? Oh, I don't know who that is. Carl Jung quotes. Yeah, so I can feel like when it hits, like I'm about to do something, and that was my biggest block for manifesting things. I knew it had to do with like self-expression, something like that. Like I just knew, okay? I just knew that there was something blocking me. And I know now it has to do with the guilt. Because here's the thing about guilt. If you don't transform what you went through or what you did, you don't trust yourself anymore because you're like, well, I fucked up and I don't even know why I did that. So what the fuck? But no, that's like the opportunity for you to bring it in closer, and you can just like be like, hey, like, what's up? What was that all about? And you learn something about yourself, and that's when you can really use that to your advantage for creativity. You create something with that. Positive. I don't know, man. I can't find it, but basically what he's saying is like, whatever, the subconscious mind always wins, basically. So you can be like fine, but subconsciously you're not fine. And I don't know, man. I'm just, I don't make the rules. It's just a trip because when you really start doing heavy work on your, like, with your traumas, you just learn a lot, so much. You learn so much that it's almost scary how much you know and how much you don't know, because you never know what's gonna happen next. And I'm not gonna lie, I feel a lot of guilt right now. Like, when I say something, I'm like, oh my god, I sound so evil, or like, you know, things like that. Yeah, I still have some integrating to do. I still feel hella polarized or fragmented or whatever the fuck Teal Swan always says. I get what she means, and I feel like that. And I know I don't accept a lot of aspects of myself yet, but I can learn, and it's not impossible because I've come far compared to how I've been in the past. So I ain't tripping off of that. But yeah, wish me luck on that. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm emotional. Oh, this song's actually perfect for what I'm talking about, because suspicious minds. Yeah, because we judge the shadow too much. Well, I'm speaking from, no, yeah. When I say we, I mean, yeah, we. Like, I feel like we judge the shadow too much. But no problems. We can work on that too. We can work on that. Nothing has to stop us from growth, from healing. Nothing has to stop us. Only forward, only forward. But just be true, because that's the only way you'll find your truth. And you will not be lost in this life. And that's what will bring you happiness. To know where you stand within yourself. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing when you reclaim your relationship with yourself, with your higher power, whoever that is. You develop peace. You develop the capacity to see the world from other people's perspectives, from different perspectives, and that is refreshing. Together with suspicious mind. So yeah, that's that for today. I'm gonna go home now because I can. Also, if you follow me on Instagram and you saw that post about my mom, please don't pay attention to that, okay? I don't feel that way anymore. But I was just expressing how I really felt in the moment. See, when I express myself, it's in the moment. It's what I'm feeling in the moment. It's not really about the other person. It is, that post was about my mom, but it's just like, yeah, just so I don't hurt anyone's feelings, because I don't know if moms or people could get their feelings hurt with my post about my mom, you know, because they could get like mad and like shame me for having felt that like that about my mom in a negative way. But it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, what does it have to do with you? Nothing. What are we gonna do? It's like people say, like Teal Swan made this video where she said something, and it just made me laugh so hard. So we can end this already, but she had made this video and she said, oh my god, what did she say? Oh yeah, she said, it's the suicide video. Dude, I've watched that shit so many fucking times. I recommend it if you're like super emotional and shit. And what's crazy is I did the activity that she tells you to do in the video before I watched the video. So it's like, damn, we're like in sync. And every time I go on Instagram, everything she posts is exactly what I need to hear at the moment. It's so fucking weird. Like, I didn't even realize this until now. I'm like, wait a minute, I got used to this. Like, this is just the thing that she does. She's like my tarot reader. It's so, I'm grateful. But anyways, she says, people around you are gonna be telling you like, you shouldn't be sad, you shouldn't want to die, you shouldn't want to feel like this, and yet you do. And that made me laugh because it's so true. Like, it's like, you shouldn't be sad. It's like, you shouldn't be sad. But I'm sad. So what are we gonna do? Hey, it happens. You know what, dude? I'm thinking about, it'll be alright. I'm gonna find people and I'm gonna invite them in my house. And we're gonna go swimming and we're gonna play soccer and we're gonna do a lot of fun things. So yeah, that's that. That's what I wanted to talk about today. And I hope you guys have a good night. And thanks for listening. And thanks for watching. It's so cute because I was looking at my, I'm sorry, I started talking again, but it's so funny because I was looking at my, like, I just look at all the videos that I've made, and I just think it's cute, you know, because it's like the one thing I committed to, and I'm like, no matter what I'm going through, it's like, hey, a video. But anyways, that's that. Good night. I know this video was long, and honestly, it was like just rambling, and I think you know that. So I'm sorry about that. But hey, if you watched, you watched. So